Hello, people. This is your host and host Kranti once again back with another new What If, and this is What If our boy, aka Izuku Midoriya, the one and only Deku, was a vampire. The movie. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it a movie because last time I did like a What If Deku was Gilgamesh. It did pretty well for my channel, so why the hell not? I'm gonna do another movie. Okay, so basically in this timeline what happens is Deku, he has a normal life, like the normal teenage life, yeah, that he has, like up until the day he gets attacked by the sludge villain. It pretty much happens the original timeline. Everybody, like the teacher throws the paper and like, oh, I know you guys want to become the heroes, so everybody laughs at Deku that he wants to apply for UA High, and Bakugo is like, you worthless nerd, why are you applying for UA High? You worthless Deku. And Deku just goes through the tunnel. Yeah, he goes to the tunnel and he gets attacked by the sludge villain. Okay, but this is where things changes. Okay, what happens is Deku, instead of being rescued by All Might, Deku is on the brink of death, and after that a vampire named Alucard, who likes to take a lot of long walks. Yeah, if you know that, like Team 4-star abridged, you know what I mean. He just loves to take takes a long walk, and he just happens to see a normal boy lying in the dirt. Yeah, and he's like, oh boy, you're dying, aren't you, boy? Let me help you. What do you want to become, boy? And Deku says, I wanna become a hero. And Alucard says like, a hero, you say? That's such a pointless endeavor. What's the point of becoming a hero? All you do is for people. Eventually, people starts to resent you. People starts to hate you, and they just end up abandoning you, and you become a figment of memory and a myth. You can either become a hero, die as a hero, or you can live on and become the monster that you were born to become originally as a hero. And as the vampire named Alucard, wink wink wink, yeah, he's like telling after that, and the sludge villain is like, this boy's dead, I'm gonna possess you. And Alucard is like, you possess me? Come and hit me, bro. And the sludge villain tries to attack Alucard, and he's just trying to like submerge him and like attacking him. And you can't really defeat Alucard. I mean, come on, it's Alucard. So the sludge villain is trying to enter his body, and Alucard is like, oh yes, enter at my body. And he just sucks up, you are worse than dog food, because my dog will piss you out. And his body, like his chimera werewolf persona comes out of his hand and literally sucks up the sludge villain, and the sludge villain is dead. And Deku is unconscious. He's like on the brink of death. He's gonna die anytime soon. Alucard is like, I take pity on you, boy. And then Alucard, what he does, he bites his hand and puts it in front of Deku, and opens Deku's mouth and let it in, and instinctively Deku just sucks a lot of blood. Sorry, apologies. I have a bad cough. That's why I haven't uploaded for like 12 days, because I was in the hospital. Not just because of me, because of my mother, because she was ill. So Alucard bites his hand off and puts the blood inside Deku, and Deku just drinks a lot of blood, and Alucard saying, that's right, drink it all up, drink it all dry. I don't let me pass my power to you. Boy, you shall be the next Dracula. Literally, Deku drinks all of Alucard's blood. Being all of his blood means literally Deku drinks literal essence of Alucard, and Alucard is no more. Because Alucard is basically Count Dracula, the Black Tepesh of Romania, who was, I don't know, probably a knight at around 15th or 16th century. So My Hero Academia world is basically our Earth, but way in the future. Let's say 2122. That's where My Hero Academia world is, like 100 years from 2022. So it's 2122, or no, sorry, it's 2222. It's 2222. That's where the My Hero Academia universe is, basically, of our current timelines. I know, flying cars and all of that shit doesn't happen. Okay. That shit doesn't happen. Nuclear war breaks down, World War IV happens, and after that, few generations after that, people get superpower. And society gets rebuilt again. Okay, easy explanation. My what if, my rule. Okay, so Alucard lives through all of that. He just passes on his essence, and Alucard is no more. His essence is inside Deku, because he's like bored of living. He doesn't know this era. He doesn't know these people, and it's boring to him and everything. What do you do if you live for like centuries and centuries? You get bored. You have no friends, no family. You just get bored. That's why he did it, because that's what he does like to do, the Alucard. And Deku just regains his consciousness. He forgets about the whole incident and everything. He goes back to his home, and he thinks like it was a bad dream. Probably he got knocked out or something like that. But before that, All Might comes, and All Might picks up Deku, and he's like, "Oh kid, are you doing well?" Because it's like, no, not All Might, sorry. Police comes, and they pick him up, and they go to him, and Deku falls asleep at his bed. And in his dreams, he sees visions of Alucard's past, what like Alucard did, how like Alucard, the war in England, the crusades conducted by the Count Dracula, the fight with the Vatican people, and the fight with the Millennium Nazi vampires and everything. Even with the major, even with the butler, I forgot his name, and Sarah's Victoria. By the way, she's up there somewhere in this world, because she survives, and also she remembers Integravel Hellsing and everything. And out of him, the Alucard's essence speaks to him. My boy, you are the strongest creature on this world now. It's time to use that power. You wanted to be a hero. You had the heart of hero. That's why I gave you this power. Now it's your power, not my power anymore. Do what you want to do with it. Be what you want to be with it. A hero, a monster. I just want to see. Let's just take me for a ride. You are in control. Make your own destiny, Izuku Midoriya. And after he says this, Deku's whole persona changes. He becomes more like Alucard, becomes reckless. His hair becomes black, and he grows like really tall, as if he was like 7 feet tall. Yeah, 7 feet tall, with broad shoulders, and he has a cheeky grin on him, and he likes to wear red clothes, and his eyes are red, and he is thirsty for blood, a lot of blood. As he was gonna, and he wanted to bite his parents and suck their blood, but Alucard's essence says, I wouldn't advise you to do that, hero. If a hero cannot control his thirst, what much of a good hero is he? He can't be a good hero. Do you want to become a monster like me? Do you want to drink blood like I did ages ago, like a glutton? It will be fun. I want to see it. It will be so entertaining. Finally, some fun after ages of torment and being lonely. And Deku controls it somehow, and it's like, stop it. Then Deku, what he does, he goes to his basement, finds some rats, and he legit drink the blood of rats, and he satiated his thirst with rats, street dogs, and street cats. I know it's not fun, but I mean, come on, he's a vampire. He's gonna drink rat blood, cat blood, and dog blood from the street. Okay. So that's it. So we're gonna jump into the entrance exam. The entrance exam, Deku definitely applies. He's like, okay, I want to be a hero. And Alucard says, a hero? You don't need any petty exam, boy. You're already strongest there is. Nobody is stronger than you. Just go and do your job and kill some bad guys. Punish them. Drink their blood, why won't you? I want to put them in your collection. What do you say, boy? And Deku's like, no, that's not ethical. That's not good. I have to do what is right. And he's gonna become a hero through the right way. And the right way is to go and finish his hero school and become a hero and working in an agency. So Deku goes through that, and Deku he applies for the UA High, and he gets into UA High. But this is how his exam happens. Like the original timeline, the exam happens, the written portion, Deku being a nerd, he kinda does really good. So by the way, quick water break. That is some good water. So Deku goes into the entrance exam. He doesn't fall, he doesn't fluster, because I mean, come on, our boy gets Alucard's swag. So if anybody gets Alucard's swag, that guy ain't no shit. Okay, that guy is a boss, an alpha's alpha. Okay, so Deku goes into that. He goes into the entrance exam. Our present Mike says, hey now kids, begin. Yeah. Deku just strolls around. He does nothing. By the way, he still doesn't have his iconic guns, Ivory and Ebony. Okay, the black and the white dual pistols. Yeah, he still hasn't had that until yet. He has nothing. He just has bare fist. His hand, like he has like a red overcoat, red trench coat. He wears a red trench coat with a black tie and a red hat with white gloves on his hand. And that's it. That's what he's doing. And by the way, he can walk in the sun, because Alucard can, and my boy Deku can also. Okay? Logic. My what if. Okay, so he's walking through that, and people are like breaking here and there, and Deku is like, "Oh, I have to get some points," and Alucard is like, "Oh, what's the point? It's too much work." "Oh well, you can use it. Go punch some robots." And Deku is like, "Punch some robots? I know you can't kill, like you're not easily killable. You're pretty durable, but you're not that strong enough to punch a robot." And then Alucard says, "Boy, you naive boy. Why don't you use the Whimsical girl, the girl who can twist and turn the bullets? Why don't you use her gun?" Deku is like, "Use her gun?" Alucard's essence says, "Remember everyone who stole in your soul, in your being. You can use them all. Remember that?" And he uses Van Winkle's, yes, I remember that chick's Van Winkle's power. And he uses the Van Winkle powers to like rotate the bullet around the air, and it hits like with one shot. He basically hits like 10 robots, and he just like he whips out the Van Winkle's rifle, and he just does the Van Winkle grin, the full face grins, and he's like, and he just shoots one bullet, and it just curves around, and it just destroys through like 10 of the robot. And Deku is like, "Oh, okay, this is cool. What more can I do?" And after that, Alucard says, "What about the card guy? You can throw some playing card if you want." And Deku's like, "Playing card? Really?" And he whips out some playing card and throws them on the robots, and he destroys another 10 robots, like 20 robots instantaneously. Deku is like, "Whoa, this is fun." "Alucard, you're pretty strong." And Alucard says to him, like the essence of Alucard tells to him, "Boy, you haven't even scratched the surface yet. I will show you how powerful you can become, or how powerful I was. Who knows, if you suck some blood in here, if you suck them dry, you could use some of new power. I can see some interesting power. Howard, the guy with the engine for leg, he seems pretty fast. I would love to add him on my collection, you know." Deku is like, "No, that's bad, that's unethical. You can't do that." After that whole incident, like the 0 point robot comes out, and everybody's like going on the other way. Deku is like, "I have to save her." And Alucard is like, "Well, go and become the hero, be a hero, act like a hero. I want to see how it turns out. Okay, make it a good show, kid. Make it a good show." "How about if you make it a good show, I will even give you a standing ovation. Wouldn't you like that, kid? Don't you want to become a hero for the admiration? Because you were bullied by all the people. That's why you just want to feel loved by everybody else. Because nobody loves you, Deku, don't they?" It's a pretty psychotic, dark shit, Alucard. Yeah, he needs some issues. And Deku is like, "Shut up, let me do my work." And Deku takes the control, and he just running, and he's like running super duper fast, like hella fast. And he catches up to the 0 point robot, and he uses a move called Blood Whip. He literally like uses, he wants to grab a hold of, like he wants to punch the robot. As he was doing that, like 10 or 30 Turkic Ottoman soldier riding a horse with spear just comes down, like comes from his hand, with like, which are blood soldiers, and they pierce through the 0 point robot's like leg thingies, and they're just destroying the 0 point robot. Like they pin the 0-point robot on their leg, and Deku just jumps on top of those soldier and the leg. Then he jumps on top of them, and Deku says, come on, I need something strong which can hit really strong in close range. And then he remembers those 2 pistols. And out of his hand comes out the 2 pistols, and then he hits them like bullseye on the mark. And the white one, he can fire like continuously, and the black one, it's like a cannon on gun form on his hand. He just like shoots it on. It just destroys. With like 10 shots, it destroys the head of the 0-point robot instantaneously. And everybody's like, Nani, what the hell happened? Who is this kid? And everybody's like flabbergasted. And Deku just falls down. He catches Uraraka and is like, well. Like Alucard says, that's a fine specimen. She can be a good mate. And Deku's like, shut up. And Uraraka's like, I didn't say anything. Deku's like, no, it's not you. It's nothing. Forget about it. Okay, you just go to the recovery girl and see if you're not hurt. Then Uraraka says, what about you? Aren't you kind of hurt? Deku's like, look at me. I'm fine. I'm unkillable. I'm immortal. I can't die. and everybody's like, okay, that's good. And he gets the first place in the entrance exam, obviously. Then in the first time, as everybody comes to the class and Deku comes, and he wears the red coat. Like everybody wears like the gray school uniform. He wears a red shirt and a red coat. He just wants to wear red, and everybody's like, why are you wearing red? And Deku's like, that's my favorite color. Okay. And Bakugo is like, you look familiar. Who the hell are you? And Deku says, Kachan, don't you remember your old buddy Deku? And Bakugo is like, huh? That's not Deku. You're not the wimpy kid. Who are you? Deku just comes up to Bakugo and leans on top of his and puts his hand and says, it seems your dear old friend had a puberty growth spurt. And I have grown a lot, and I have also activated my quirk. So you can't say that I'm a quirkless loser anymore, Kachan. Deku is like, and Deku was thinking to himself, was that me or was that him? Are you taking over? Are you taking over, Alucard? Alucard is like, I can assure you, that is not me, boy. It seems being with me had made you extremely arrogant. I mean, why wouldn't it be? You're the strongest creature on this earth. Nothing can kill you after all. You're the king of kings, the butcher of people. You are Dracula after all. Deku is like, again, that Dracula crap again. Read the history books, boy. Read the history books. You don't know what you have the power, the greatest killer on this earth. You have the power, and you are the greatest killer on this earth 2.0. Okay, boy? As he was having his inner conversation, everybody's like, whoa, you're strong, man. Ida comes and is like, you are a better hero than me because you found the right, like the proper validation of the exam, and that is to act like a hero. You did what I didn't thought of. You are a true hero. You are a better hero, Izuku Midoriya. Deku is like, no. All I did was needed to be done. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. And Uraraka comes like, no, still, you helped me a lot. That's good. And Aizawa comes, is like, hey, boys, people, if you don't shut your mouth, I'm gonna take you guys. I'm gonna expel all of you guys. So if you wanna continue studying, meet me back at the fields right now. And everybody goes to the field. And Aizawa just throws the ball to Deku and says, throw as high as you can using your cork, because since you got the number 1 score. And Baku is like, him getting the number 1 score? That's impossible. And Deku is like, a lot of things has changed, Ka-chan. I'm not the same how I was before, Ka-chan. And he grabs a hold of the ball, and as he was throwing it, he's like, so I can use any kind of power, yes? And as I was like, yeah, go nuts. What what Deku does, and throws the ball with his human strength. It is going really, really far. Right when it's about to fall, he uses Val Winkle's like rifle. He just like literally like gets it out of his hand, pops it out of his hand, and he just shoots a bullet, and the bullet just carries it to really, really far, twisting and turning and doing several squiggles and wiggles, and it just goes really, really far. It goes approximately like 30,000 kilometers away from where they were standing. Yeah, that's really, really far. Or for you American people, 25,000 miles away from, I don't know if I did the math right, like let's just say 30,000 miles away from where he was standing, and 33,000 kilometers from where he was standing. And that just like took off after the bullet hit him, and everyone was like, whoa, you can use creation like Yaorezo. I didn't know. I thought I'm the one. And what's with the crazy bullet? What kind of formula did you make? And Deku is like, well, that's my secret. If a magician reveals the secret, what's the point of the magic? Is it not? I humbly must say, I can't show any more tricks. I have to do the next competition. Good luck, my fellow students. And he does the other exercise too, when he crushes every single one of them and he becomes number 1. After that arc, what happens is Deku goes to the USJ arc. Yeah, he goes to the USJ arc. In the Heroes versus Villains arc, Deku is gonna win. Deku and Uraraka's team is gonna win. What's the point of covering that? I mean, Bakugo is trying to explode him. Bakugo literally explodes through him and burns his skin and bones. There's like only flesh and bones left his body, and it just regenerates, and it's like, Ka-chan, don't you know I'm immortal and I can't be killed, or I can't be killed, but that doesn't mean I don't get hurt. Let me show you how painful pain can become. I mean, he just literally punches Bakugo so much that Bakugo is like knocked out, and even after being knocked out, he kicks Bakugo. He's bloodied and broken. Bakugo is gonna need to go to the emergency medical ER for first aid, because that boy is beaten, severely beaten. And after that, Ida wants to, is like acting like, ha ha ha, I am the villain, you can't defeat me, puny heroes. And he's just coming, and Deku is like, do you want to see what true fear is? It's like, ha ha ha, you can't make me scared. You can't make me afraid, you stupid heroes. And Deku says, I know I can't, but I know he can. Then he looks Ida with his 1,000,000,000 eyes. There's like eyes everywhere. The whole room becomes dark, shadowy, and gloomy. It's like, look into my eyes and behold my power, the power of 1,000 eye. And remember this, you're gonna move away from the bomb, because I am your master. And Ida is hypnotized, and Ida is like, yes, I am gonna move away from the bomb, master. And Deku says, that's good. Now pick the bomb and put it in front of me. And Ida is like, yes, I will do that. And he takes the bomb and puts it in front of Deku. Then Deku is like, then you will lay down on the ground and put your hand above your head and you will surrender to the heroes. Yes, I will surrender to the heroes. And Deku just puts his feet on top of the bomb, and he's like, he deactivates his 1,000,000 eye hypnotic trance, like restrict level 0 or 1 thing. It's like, oh wow, wasn't that very anticlimactically easy? Wasn't it? And Norman is like, what the hell? Who the hell is this kid? Like how many quirks or how many powers does he have? And Deku is like, well, All Might, I can read or I can hear what you're thinking. It's just I have a lot of power since I'm an immortal man. And All Might is like, immortal man? Oh boy, that kid, I know that kid has like a super high speed regeneration quirk, but damn, that boy is strong. And after that whole incident, like Bakugo and Ida, Bakugo is severely beaten. Ida is like mind fucked by Deku. Deku is like, okay, let's just pass and he's just passed the Heroes vs Villains arc. That's now we're gonna do the USJ arc. And in the USJ arc, what happens is Deku just he beats the shit out of every villain. Like the villains on the water, he just throws a bunch of cards, and he calls his pet wolf. They devour some of the villains, and he just slices through some of the villains. And yeah, our boy Deku, he is past killing people. He's like, I don't give a crap about it. People who wants to kill me or me or my friends deserves to die. And he's just killing the shit out of those people. And after that, he's gonna kill and he's like strolling, taking a walk. He has his guns and he's like shooting villains left and right and killing them. And then he uses Van Winkle's power and he soups out all the villains, like pretty much kill all of the minor villains. And Shigaraki is like, Kurogiri activates the gate, bring out all the Nomus. This gate is insanely strong. We don't even have All Might, and this kid is already killed all of us, like 99% of us. We need the Nomus. And he brings out the warp gate, and there's like the big Nomu, the strong Nomu that All Might fights with. He comes and he literally punches Deku, and he punches Deku so hard, Deku's head gets flown away. And there is another arrow who shoots like diamond spikes, and it like punctures Deku's heart. He just like gets staked through heart with diamond, and his head is like blown away. Then there is another Nomu which has like magma cork, and it just like covers Deku in with magma and acid and other stuff. And another Nomu. So everybody's thinking, whoa, that boy is dead. Like Nobody is getting up from that. Everybody's shocked. Even Aizawa is like shocked. And Deku is like, such pain, such joy, such agony, such elation. I've never felt pain so long. I've never felt pain like this in such a long time. Come, entertain me, you monsters. Let's see which one of us monsters is the strongest one. I'm prepared to meet the killer of killers, the greatest killer on this world, Dracula! As Deku says this, his Dracula mode is activated. He gets his ginormous sword with cape, mustache, and there's like a lot of like crusader army behind of him. Like there's like 100 crusader army, and he says, I got my soldiers. When you got your soldiers, they won with their hands. Prepare to fight. I will kill them, kill all of your soldiers, and my soldier won't even hurt you guys until you could decapitate my head again. Then the Dracula goes to the Nomus. He cuts through the Nomus like butter and drinks their blood. Like he cuts through the Nomu that can spit out acid. He cuts through his hand, and literally like goes behind him, travels behind him and bites on his neck, and is like and sucks on his blood. The blood is literally acid. He's like literally sucking acid in him. It's like, oh, even this green stuff, this burns, but even this is blood, and blood is mine to command. And he just drinks up acid. Same goes for the magma guy, same goes for the diamond shirt guy, and same goes for the shock absorbent Nomu guy. Yes, our boy Deku has shock absorption super strength power from the Nomu. He has like diamond unbreakable spears power from another Nomu. Has acid, spitting out acid from his like body part power. And he has also volcanic lava and fire power from another Nomu. Yeah, our boy Deku is even stronger than Alucard right now. After all of that, Deku just literally is killing everyone. And he's like trying to eat Kurogiri, but it's like, oh, you're nothing but a mist. You're not a life form at all. But beneath the mist, there is also another thing. I have some power similar to like you. And he activates release restriction level 1. And then he turns on his 1 million eye power. And like the old area is surrounded by a lot of eyes. And he is like, prepare to see your worst nightmare. You with the portal. You will not make any portal. You will take me to the man who is responsible for all this. Who is the mastermind behind all of this. And Kurogiri activates the portal to right there where All For One is. Deku is like and then he looks at Shigaraki and he's like, you won with the hand and itch. You will surrender to all might. Will I kill your master? You will see that. You will know that. But you will know for certainty that I am the strongest there is. And he goes to fight with All For One inside, underneath the basement of the villain's hideout bar. fights with All For One, and he goes into the All For One's like barkeep, and he's like, for a man, I will be the end of you, All For One. After all, you're the reason of all of this discord and mayhem and misery. Let's fight. I am dying to sink my teeth into you. Okay. And All For One is like reading like, whoa, who are you, kid? And like, who are you? A man who is it looks like he's in his early 20s. And Deku says, I am the man who's gonna kill you. Right as he says this, Deku just pulls up one of his revolver. He hits All For One, like he shoots at All For One, and it literally like enters his shoulder, and it literally takes like chunks out of his shoulder, and All For One is like, Nani? Like, what the hell? What are you? And what is this gun? Deku's like, well, it's just my weapon, my beloved gun. Do you want to see how powerful the black one is? And Deku just shoots with the black gun, which, by the way, packs a lot more power. And by the time All For One like transforms his hand into big bad hands, yeah, he transforms his hands into big bad hands that blocks the bullet. And Deku's like, oh, you're no fun. Okay, but you can play that game too. And Deku just activates his wolf arm, like there's like two wolves coming out of his body. The wolves are attacking All For One's big arms, and they just ripped open both of his arms. And All For One is like, ah! And Deku is like, yes, scream, scream, scream. This is music to my ear. Yeah, people say you're the strongest there, one. You're the strongest one there is. Show me your power. Give me pain. Give me misery. Hurt me. Let's see how strong you can. Let's see how strong you can become. How better you can hit me. Can you kill me? How many times can you kill me? I just want to see all. I want to experience pain. Show me the pain that I'm craving for. And Deku is like ranting all from it's like, what the hell? He's the craziest. Like, who's the craziest thing? And All For One regenerates his hand. Yeah, he has super high speed regeneration quirk, and he's blasting shockwave after shockwave at Deku, and Deku is like tanking those shockwave. And if you've seen Van Helsing, what happens to Alucard, it's like blood tendrils going everywhere, and everything is going on. And after that, Deku is like, is that the best you can do? Like, out of all of those blood tendrils, there is a mouth coming out, and he's like, is that the best that you can do? The All For One, great All For One can do. The shadow leader, the one who's the devil, who's the embodiment of evil, the Lord of Evil can do. Pathetic. As he says this, he wipes out the snow moose that he previously eaten, and he's like spiking the shit out of All For One with an adamant barrage, like with all of the diamond spears. And after that, he spews the acid. Like, All For One is like literally getting he's like getting beat really, really bad. And after that, Deku is like, you're not even worth drinking your blood. I won't even collect you to my collection. You're not worth it at all. You're just a pathetic, miserable old man who is clinging into his power, which is fleeting by every second. You're pathetic loser. Prepare to see my true self. Release restriction level 5. And when he says this, release restriction level 5, Deku, like out of Deku like stands and he pulls back both of his arms and it's like, behold, as he says this is like literally thousand people on horseback with sword and spear coming to him, like literally like trying to cutting and spearing him from almost every direction. Then there is also the Nomus that has like the shock absorption power, absorbing all the shock that All For One gave it and like literally punching the shit out of All For One. And the Nomu that has like the magma power and the fire power is like spewing out magma at him. All For One is not getting up. He's dead. I mean, no one is getting out after this. Deku is like literally picking up him by the shirt's collar and he's like, you're done for one. You're done. All for one. As he says this, like, you're not even worth becoming my dog food. As he says this, he picks up All For One's head on, like, by his bald head with his arm, with his hand, and then he squeezes the head so hard, he pops the head. Yeah, he literally pops the head like a balloon. And All For One is dead. The League of Villain, everybody's dead. Deku killed pretty much all of the one in the League of Villains. Everybody's dead. After that, we're gonna go to the Metal Liberation Army arc, and also the Stain arc. I mean, come on, a guy who has blood power, and Deku being a vampire, having Alucard's power, having blood power. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so this is what we are gonna do in part 2 of What If Deku Was a Vampire. We're gonna do the Metal Liberation Army arc and also the Stain arc, because I mean, come on, why not? And the Yakuza arc, yeah. But this is where I'm gonna end in part 1 of What If Deku. Like, it's a two-parter movie. It's a part 1 movie. What If Deku Was Vampire, part 1 and part 2 movie will drop very soon, because there is too much noise here. I wanted to finish part 2, like make it a one movie, but I don't know, I fucked it up. So, and this is your host and the host Kranti saying tada, bye bye, and see ya. But before I go, please share, subscribe, and comment if you like my content. And there are other contents in my channel, other what ifs. Please feel free to check them out, and also make music. You can check them out also if you want to. So, this is your host and the host Kranti saying tata, bye bye, good night, and see ya. Oh, and another thing is, tell me like any more what if ideas that I can do in future, because I'm kind of burned out. Do you want me to do Naruto what ifs, or what if like Asta what ifs, or like One Piece what ifs? I wanted to do like Dragon Ball Z what ifs for a long time, but I don't know, like, because most of my what if, well, pretty much all of my what ifs are basically My Hero Academia what if. Should I do Dragon Ball Z what if, Naruto what if about Fairy Tail, what about Black Clover, what about One Piece? Do you want me to do that? Because I kind of want to do that. So if you guys want to do that, just give me your tips, or do you want me to do like just My Hero Academia what ifs? Yeah. So this is your host on those Kranti saying bye bye, see ya, love ya, and share and subscribe. Remember this, sharing is caring and subscribing means you just love me. Bye.